Hello everybody, my name is Kara, and today I am here with my 5-star TBR predictions. This video idea was originally created by Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings, and I will link her original video down below. So I've seen a couple of these around, and I just think it's a really interesting way to kind of find out how good you really are at predicting your taste in books. So I have 5 books here that I think are going to be 5-star reads for me. And actually, this was a little harder than I thought it was going to be because obviously you hope that you're going to enjoy every book you pick out. You know, you wouldn't have acquired it if it wasn't something you thought you would really enjoy. But realistically speaking, I give a lot of 2- and 3-star reads. And there's quite a few 4 stars in there too, but I really don't give out a lot of 5 stars. So this is going to be an interesting experiment to see if I can predict what those stellar books are going to be. The first book I think I'm going to love is Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. Now this book has been getting a lot of hype recently. It's about a girl who goes to a high school in Texas, and she sort of accidentally starts a feminist revolution at her school. I've heard amazing things about this book, and the concept is just something that I really think I'm going to love, so I'm pretty confident that I'm going to adore this book and give it 5 stars. The next one on my list is actually a book I've had on my shelves for quite a while, and that is Handbook for Dragonslayers by Mary Haskell. I love that title, by the way. So Mary Haskell has written 2 of my favorite books of all time. They are The Princess Curse and Castle Behind Thorns. And those books were fantastic enough that I now consider her one of my favorite authors. And I still haven't read this one because I've sort of been saving it, I guess, for a time when I really want to read something that I know I'm going to love. And I guess that time is now because I've been craving another one of her books. And hopefully this video will motivate me to pick it up sooner. My next 5-star prediction is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. Now this was another one that was in a recent book haul I did, and I've been hearing really amazing things about it. It's a fairy tale retelling of Vasilisa the Beautiful, I think, and it's heavily inspired by Russian folklore and mythology, which sounds incredible. I just feel like I'm going to love the darker take on fairy tales and stories because that's something that I tend to really enjoy in books. And I'm also a huge fan of fairy tale retellings, so I'm hoping that this is one I'm also going to love. Next is the 3rd book in a trilogy that I'm hoping will live up to the other 2, and that is Black Heart by Holly Black. This is the 3rd book in her Curse Workers trilogy, which is a sort of urban fantasy series where magic exists and everyone knows it exists, but it is illegal to practice it. And this follows Castle Sharp, who is the youngest son of one of the big crime families that is, of course, intimately connected to the magical community because all of his family are workers. And I absolutely loved the first 2 books. I think Holly Black does such a phenomenal job of writing characters who you can't help rooting for, even when in another story they would be the villain. And I think Castle Sharp is such a fascinating protagonist, and I'm really hoping that this book lives up to the other 2. I have a feeling it's gonna get really dark and intense, and it's really going to raise the stakes as a finale, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Finally, my last book is another recent acquisition, but it's a pretty old release, relatively speaking, and that is Heart's Blood by Juliet Marillier. Now, I really only know the basic premise of this book, but that was enough to make me think I was going to love it. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's pretty long, and I've heard that this is one of the best retellings ever written, particularly for Beauty and the Beast, which is a story I love. And I also read Juliet Marillier's Wildwood Dancing, which is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and that is one of my favorite books I think I've ever read. Definitely one of my favorite retellings. So I'm hoping that Juliet Marillier will continue to impress me, and I'm really excited to get to this one. Okay, so those are 5 books on my shelves that I think I'm going to give 5 stars to. I'm definitely going to do kind of a wrap-up video for these when I eventually read all 5 of them, where I sort of reflect on how well I did at predicting my own reading tastes. I'm hoping that I'm going to be correct and I'm going to love all of these books. You guys should definitely let me know in the comments some of your books that you own that you think are going to be 5 stars. It's harder than you think. That is everything I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you soon with another one, and I hope you love the next book you read. Bye!